I'm Dave Gray, and this week I learned that if you were to take someone across state lines for 9 hours, no one would really be surprised when they're dropped off at home, apparently. Anna and Tom are not good parents.
Oh no, definitely not. Hi, I'm Craig, English film nerd living in England, and it's so hot in England right now that I'm watching Cape Fear and wishing that I wish I was in Savannah, Georgia, enjoying their nice cool weather that they have there.
I'm Kevin Matthews, and I'm here live and direct. Yay! And yes, I agree with Craig as well. And everyone around the world goes on about, oh, the Brits get a bit of heat and they just can't handle it. Yes, we haven't developed infrastructure for extreme heat or extreme cold. We have no decent aircon. We have nothing. We have the ability to sit around in our pants and eat ice pops. That's what it is. That's our survival
Yeah.
mode. Pants and ice pops. And I know Craig's in his pants right now. I'm not sure if he's got an ice pop or not. It's
I've got some
probably
shorts,
like a frozen cider treat. All right.
I was
But
looking
that's
back. Sorry, carry on.
no, that's it.
I
I
just
was looking
want
back to a few months ago when they came to our house and put extra insulation in, and I'm like, damn you fucking sons of bitches. Couldn't you do that just before winter?
to. I just want to know if you guys know what the weather currently is in Savannah.
No.
It's 40 degrees Celsius right now.
I mean,
I'm going to be in the pool. Everyone's got pools and air conditioning and nice things.
No,
and
just the
I've got
rich people in the show we're watching.
it's been above mid-30s here because apparently it's it's already broken
So
another
just
record.
a little change. Oh my God, we're all sweltering. The world is ending. Remember, kids, when the aliens find this, global warming was real and we were fucking dumb. Rest in peace, humanity. And this is Raiders of the Podcast. Yeah. So this is mini-sode number 7, talking about Apple TV's Cape Fear. This episode was what was the name of this episode? Mongrel.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Wait, was it? No. Was
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is episode 7, Mongrel.
Yeah, but I thought are we doing 2 episodes?
Yeah, we did episode 6 the other night. Yeah.
Oh, damn it.
No.
I'm sorry, guys.
We done 6. We done 6.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm still right. Okay. Sorry, my bad.
All right.
This
Are we
is
good?
professionalism. Yes, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought yeah, I'll speak to you after.
Episode 6 was awesome.
It was.
It's the best episode of the
Do you have any
season.
thoughts about episode 6, Kevin, before you go away?
Well, that's why I was keen to jump in because actually episode 6 is where I mean, I'm watching this with Vicky. We have dedicated time to Cape Fear, so it's quite nice to go along. She had a wobble episode 6. She was like, it ended well, but throughout that episode, she was becoming less impressed and enamored with it than she had been previously.
Oh, that's
So,
crazy. 'Cause I think that was me.
I was sitting there. I was like, "Oh, are you going to stick with it?" And she was like, "Yeah, I'll stick with it for now." She was like, "Okay." So I'm hoping she still sticks with it to the end. I think she's really like the sort of the central cast as well as I have in these roles generally. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I think she seems to quite appreciate Javier Bardem's presence, which is bloody hefty. But we got to the end. I say the end moment was good, but for that episode, she was like, no, I don't. I think it's because they've been like they've continued to be a bit sort of still a bit silly.
Oh, I think she'll really like episode 7 then. I think that'll be back on her, because
Well,
they
she's stuck with it. That's the main thing. So
Alright.
that's the good news.
Awesome.
Next time we speak to Kevin, we're going to hear like the shuffling of papers, and it's going to be like one of those hostage videos. He's going to apologise for everything that he said that Vicky was thinking or felt.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were gonna do some catch up. So episode 6, we'll talk about that on that'll have gone up on Monday, and this is going up on Wednesday.
Cool.
So we're not way crazy behind again for a second TV series.
Yeah, we'll be talking about the episode that people had just watched instead of the one they watched a week and a bit ago.
Earlier. Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that. We can be fucking topical.
Mm-hmm.
Professionalism.
I mean, we've got through episode 7 at this point. No shade on the show or the quality of the show or anything. But by the end of the credits, basically thinking, is Javier Bardem my daddy? How many people are just thinking he's their father at the moment? I'm like,
I mean,
it's everyone's father. So,
to be fair, if I could trade my dad and my granddad for Javier Bardem and Ron Perlman, I would. Yeah. I'm just putting that out there.
Have
Sorry,
they already revealed more about Ted Levine's character's background? Like, are you guys like? It's more than just some criminal past, isn't it?
Yeah, it's obviously going to be born, but they haven't said.
Yeah.
Nothing specific.
Right. They haven't.
That's all we've got.
I wasn't sure if I'd forgotten some other. I know he'd been there, sort of just parked outside to be a brief conversation with Patrick Wilson's character, and I'm like, what was covered again? And then, obviously, the criminal past is there when they're having that conversation. Like Amy Adams was quite strenuous in her, do you think I'd ever let you see my kids? I'm like, ooh.
He just made a suit. He just made a suit. I don't know what everyone's making such a fuss about. Made a nice suit once upon a time, and everyone's angry with him about it.
Yeah, they haven't told us, but obviously it seems they had a relationship with him. Something's happened fairly recently-ish. But
I thought it went further back personally.
Well, no, it does go further back, but just how like he knows the daughter's shoe size, he knows what she's into. He had some connection with them beforehand. Because he's now trying to make amends in a way that if he'd been cut out the whole 17 years, I feel it would be, that's just the view I get from it. That something has happened in the more recent past. But I could be, wildly wrong.
No, yeah, he's well informed for someone who...
Yeah. Who's cut out.
Right. There's that. I mean, I don't know about you guys. There's a lot of this season, actually, over the past few episodes, there's nothing really been so obviously done or said to make me think certain things, but I'm feeling more uncomfortable with so many interactions. And part of that is because of like my knowledge of the material and previous incarnations. Obviously the sort of famous interactions between De Niro and Juliette Lewis in the film. Part of that is I think they've definitely been playing things up with the brother and sister with a drug state. I thought it was all going to go about flowers in the attic at one point. And then it's just like this sun-soaked sleaze throughout. And part of it might just be Javier Bardem being so good at the way he's being charming, and I don't know. I wouldn't say I'm rooting for him, but he's really bad as well. But he's really good at just keeping the charm. So maybe it's all of that.
This is the first episode I feel where I've seen him do something overtly like not not good, not acceptable. You can't just be drugging teenage girls, and I don't know what his plan was either, because we don't. He had to he had to go in a different direction with his plan. I'm not sure what he intended to do, but yeah, I was like I was all for. He's innocent. He'd never done a thing wrong in his life, but which might have still been true up to this point, but now he's got some sort of heinous thing plotted. Heinous.
Well, I assume murder was on his mind when he first showed up. He just someone else. He had to make a call in the moment.
Yeah.
I thought it was a setup, but wasn't sure if he was covering his bets, depending on who else they might encounter, or if he's after the sister for like getting them out of the way. Because again, like the last interaction doesn't make you feel like that's someone he would actively seek out.
Yeah, I mean, I assume it's somehow tied into Nevaeh.
Yeah.
Because you don't go from their last interaction to I'm going to drive. Now it's about 3.5, maybe 4.5 hours from Savannah to Cape Fear is near Wilmington, North Carolina. So there's, we're talking like 300 miles. There has to be some reason you would, pack up the car and drive 600 miles round trip in a day, other
Yeah.
than I'm a little annoyed at the woman I just chased off.
Yeah.
These kids, like, I understand why they dislike their parents, because their parents are actually quite terrible, but their fuck my parents attitude should include jumping in the car with a possible murderer. You should find a middle ground, maybe just start smoking or not. They're going a little far with it, I think. I like to rebel against my parents, but
I mean, she already tried drinking, and that didn't get her anywhere.
true. I had noticed, like, okay, we're saying at the moment that maybe Javier has too many children, but I am buying that the daughter is his. I mean, they've given Bardem green eyes for a reason, because he doesn't have green eyes in real life. She has greeny grey eyes, and well, maybe that's just a red herring.
Well, but that's also something I kind of assumed they were going to do episodes ago, especially after 6, after the confrontation. Specifically, what he asks Anna to do in episode 6 at the end. I like that feels a little bit more pointed than what his, just because my wife and kid are gone,
Yeah.
It felt a little bit more, because again, the timing, and as soon as they revealed that she knew him beforehand, it's like, oh yeah, that she's 100%. She's a Katie.
Yeah. Well, one of, because I guess he's fucking with the son, or is someone else fucking with the son? But there's no way he can be Katie's kid.
No.
No. I tried to think, is there a way? And there's not.
I mean, I guess you could have visited him in prison.
I mean, Dave is our resident expert in the literary source here, so
I was he was an expert in like sneaking sperm out of prison, or sneakily impregnating people. Like he is.
Like I wish I was, but I am not. No, that is not me. I'm sorry. There are limits.
Dave motherfucking Turkey Baster Gray for nothing. But
there are limits to my knowledge, and that is beyond it. Just for the record.
But in the original novel, the story is this an angle that he plays, or is it more like the film versions with the way the conversation? Because I think this is more very much more twisted and mean.
Okay, so in the book, it is very different. Okay, so in the book, Sam Bowden is an attorney, and he does catch Max Cady sexually assaulting a girl while they're in the army together. Bowden
Ah.
testifies against him, which sends Cady to prison.
Right.
14 years later, he gets out. That is the book. But there
Right.
is no, you know,
And the
he
book was
hides the
what,
teenage daughter, but there's
50s?
no, yeah, there's no fraternization with each other, you know, with the wife and stuff. That this is new.
I
Yeah, and
think
in the
it's more
movies, sorry, carry on.
insidious. No, it's just because I think it's more insidiously unpleasant, and I'm liking that they're threading us through in a different way from the movies. Taking that, I think it's kept it feeling fresher and interesting than it otherwise would have been.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
everybody's got secrets and everybody's side eyeing everyone. Which is, if you've got 10 hours of it, you know you're gonna need more story and you're gonna need
I will
more intrigue, and there's plenty of that.
I will say in the book, Katie's revenge is more legal and psychological than in the movies.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, he's
Yeah,
still, you know, there's no, he's a lot more calculating and quiet. So this is closer to, but still not. It's a third option, which is somewhere in between the two.
anyone else surprised to see Natalie's dad popping up? Because I just
Yeah,
assumed he was not on the scene. He was barely mentioned for like 6 episodes, and he's like, "Hi."
yeah. I was absolutely like the first he walked in, and I was like, "Who?
Who the
Oh,
fuck is this?
right, yeah."
Mm.
But then I was like, "Oh, it must be." And then they said, "It's like, okay, yeah, yeah, yeah." But then he goes away again. It's like,
Yeah.
I
oh, or not.
I genuinely thought for a minute, oh, have they thought the safest place for her to be is with the podcast guy? It's like I was waiting for him to come into the angle so I'd, more fully recognize him. And you've only seen the podcast guy kind of chasing her. I was like, is that it? And as the conversation unfolded, I'm like, yeah, I don't recognize this character. And then I'm like, oh, it's her supposed father, right?
There's a line of
Yeah.
dialogue a couple of lines of dialogue. They're really simple ones in that scene, but I like them because Natalie speaks to her mum on the phone, and they're talking about her parentage and how, suspicious she is. And her mum says, "Stay at Paul's," and she doesn't say stay at your dad's,
Yeah.
which is off to me. Stay at Paul's, and she hears that, it clicks with her. She's like, okay, I'll stay at Paul's. Well, okay, you've slipped up there.
Well, and she does call him Paul also. So Paul
Oh,
is
that's true.
around, but not like it feels like even though he's there and not far at all, that he's not really a part of her life, which you know, I could see Tom not being into that, or he knows who is her actual father,
Mm.
assuming.
And I also think she wasn't wrong and had a good point where she says something that something to the along the lines of what why wouldn't you just say no to some questions she's asked. I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't you nip that in the bud there? And then if there's more to be done, you need to have more conversations and figure out how to reveal or check for any extra information.
Yeah.
Definitely. I quite enjoyed some of the writing in this episode. There were just little lines I enjoyed. There's one, it just made me laugh because it was so ridiculous. But they're planning on how to sneak the drugs into Max's house and set him up and send him back to prison. And I think Anna says to Tom, well, Tom says to Anna, "You're doing the right thing." And I remember thinking, no, I'm not doing the right thing. I don't think you've done the
Yeah,
right thing for like 7 episodes straight now. Please, like, rethink your recalibrate what you think the right thing is, because this is not good. And I do wonder, like, how much of the level this has got to is down to them overreacting and kind of have they got Max like spinning? Have they, made things so much worse? Could it have just been awkward instead of murderous? I don't know. I think I'm just stuck. I'm just stuck being kind of on the side of Javier Bardem because he's just so good. And I enjoy him so
Yeah.
much. When
Yeah.
she says, "Are you kidnapping me?" and he gives her like multiple side eyes, and then they both laugh, and it's just he's so charming and funny, and everyone else is just kind of a shit.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of I'm really okay, so I've been thinking about the book, since you guys asked. I'm really curious to see because they take a lot of they make a lot of references to the earlier films, but they make a lot of references to the book also, and I'm really have no idea where it's gonna go from here, which one it's going to lean like, I know where it's gonna go from here, but I don't know if it's gonna go more towards the book, where the Bodens are absolutely awful and insane also. I kind of hope it does, because they kind of are making eyes at it. In the book, they booby trap their own house and try to lure Max over to sexually assault the wife so they can execute him themselves.
Oh, that's definitely happening now, Dave.
Oh yeah, that is definitely
Spoilers.
happening now, right? I like that feels like something this show would do. I mean,
I mean that once you put that out there, I'm like, yeah, it's building to that.
yeah.
Yeah, he
Whether
is
or
kind of
not anyone
fixated
else
on
is
her.
there or Patrick Wilson's character is banged up while they investigate the murder of someone who was shot with his gun, that might be sort of the end point. I don't know whether they would both have to be present to have it the satisfying fight between them all, or whether it essentially boils down to Max and Anna.
I completely forgot that was Tom's gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tom
that's
Yeah.
it.
Cruise.
Because when the daughter's drugged, I'm like, yeah, he can set the daughter up now. But I was like, actually, he's moving the body to wherever he wants to move it. It's Tom's gun that has shot him. So, keep muddying the waters and basically, can turn up something and, can say, he can make up whatever tale he likes.
How fuck?
The stuff down. Sorry, carry on.
No, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go for it. Because I was gonna go to an aside. So you first,
All
please.
right. The stuff down at Cape Fear with where the boat is. The end. That God damn it. That baptism. It was a good episode rather than a great episode, but that was a fucking strong scene. There was something really intense about that baptism, and I'm not sure how intense a baptism should be, but
Well,
yeah, I
fairly
guess I've never
intense.
been baptized by
You should
them.
you should wonder if he's either going to drown her or lift her up for a second.
Yeah.
You need that moment, or it's not a proper baptism, because 99% of preachers I've known probably are they really want to drown you because whatever.
Yeah. But the two of them have got such incredible chemistry. It just it really came alive in that scene. I can't even describe what it was that I found so icky about it, but it gave me major icks.
They've worked really well together. Bardem is great, but as I've said a few times, I think Collius is really holding her own in this cast, and her scenes with him
Definitely.
have been some of the best. But fucking Ron Perlman, man.
Yeah.
There's
Have
not
to see
many
Ron.
people, yeah, that can show up and be more intimidating than Javier Bardem when they're a billion years old and only on screen for like 30 seconds.
Yeah. I think Ted Levine did well as well. I think both of the the older actors that popped up this episode were really great. Perlman just scared the shit out of me, and fucking Bardem's reactions to him, like his
He
backing
recoils
up and
into
the
himself. Yeah.
recoils. It's
Yeah.
that's fucked up. But I thought the scene with Ted Levine being kind of manipulated into doing this thing was a really good one as well, because I don't know what sort of a bad father he is, but I don't think it's very dark to ask him to do what they've asked him to do. And it really shows how
Yeah.
completely amoral these characters are.
Oh yeah.
And Ted Levine's eyebrows are magnificent as well.
Well, he's
Now
Ted.
David Hemmings is no longer with us. He is truly the king of lengthy eyebrows.
Yeah.
Which is what mine look like within like 2 weeks if I don't trim them. Got the full-on old man brows.
Something else in the book that none of the adaptations have done is the number of kids. There's 3 in the book. And, out of 3 adaptations, there's only been a total of 4 children for the Bodens. Which is interesting. Yeah. There's 2 sons in the book, and I think I'm brain farting on the 62, but I don't think there's any other kids besides the daughter in the other adaptions. Am I misremembering? It's been a hot minute since I've seen either one.
Daughter in the first one, daughter in the Scorsese film.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, there's no son in either of those, which is just interesting.
My daughter's a full-on child in the original as well, which always just...
she is in the book too. Like, she's just a generic teenager obsessed with boys and clothes and such things. Well, like at first, actually, I will say that for the book, which, if you want to read it, is written by John D. MacDonald. It's called The Executioners. But both the wife and the daughter, who have different names in it, are pretty solid and interesting characters.
It's worth mentioning. I know there are some big names involved, obviously, in the producers and the directors, but this latest episode was directed by John S. Baird, who I tend to remember as the director of Filth, which was another good Irvin Welsh adaptation. But he's done some other stuff, some good stuff, and he did a good job here, and had a very small role for someone that was doing my heading, and it's the guy that has the nightmare in Mulholland Drive, isn't it? Like, that's his most famous role, isn't it? The doctor in this episode.
Yeah, it's
I forget his name, but I'm like, I know him, and I'm saying, I'm describing the Mulholland sequence to Vicky.
Yes.
I don't think she's watched it, but she's just looking at me like, yeah, and I'm like, yeah, it's a very famous, frightening sequence.
Sure. Getting a little side eye.
Cady's settlement. I don't know why I'm going back to this. I think I went back to it because he had that horrendous fit whilst driving his car. And he realised how much of his life has been completely destroyed. Is a 1 million settlement kind of piddly?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so too. Especially if he's, we don't know if he's guilty or not, but
for 17 years being incarcerated, that's not great.
No, that house must have cost, half of that, as it is.
Oh, at least.
Or more.
At least.
So he's actually got all of his money and spent it all on that house just to be opposite them and antagonise them, which is such a baller move.
Yes. We mentioned it last week, but since Kevin brought it up, the writers and directors on the show, have you looked into most of them?
I haven't. I'll just wait for you to tell me.
Yeah, this one was John S. Baird, who I knew Kevin would mention because he is Scottish.
Well, yeah, there's that.
Yeah, he directed Vinyl, the Martin Scorsese Mick Jagger show from, oh God, when was that? Like 2015 or so?
Yeah,
he directed. Yeah, he made Tetris on Apple. He did something else. And I am not going to be able to remember it.
He did Stan and Ollie. I know it's very different from the other ones you mentioned, but it's a good film.
Yeah, he did. I'll remember later. He's done something since then too. Another episode, I think Two Back was directed by Stephen Williams, he did Soul Survivor back in '95, but he mostly is probably best known for directing Lost. He directed an absolute shit ton of Lost episodes.
Okay.
Um,
Are they
another one
using the
was
same cinematographer?
you know what? I'm not actually sure. I'd have to look into deeper into it. Probably usually on these they use the same cinematographers and editors throughout, but they might have some others also.
They shoot the fuck out of that street that the
Yep.
houses are on. There are so many
Oh yeah,
like
they do.
night shots where it just looks stunning.
Yeah, they do. Another episode is directed by Reed Morano. I think the fourth episode. He did a bunch of Handmaid's Tale episodes, but he also directed Kill Your Darling. He was cinematographer, or she was cinematographer. I think it's she. I'm sorry, Reed. They were also cinematographer on Kill Your Darlings, that 2013 movie about the Beats, and the Skeleton Twins, the Bill Hader film.
Oh, I like that movie.
Yeah, I
It's
like
not. It's a decent one. They have like a really solid uh team of directors and writers. A bunch of them, almost all of them, are long time. They're either long time television writers, like I know there's a couple Mad Men and House writers on it, or
I remember
they're
the person who directed the first episode. I can't remember her name, but they did Headhunters,
yeah,
which was the really
The Norwegian one, or
decent.
Danish.
yeah.
Yeah, I
and
really like that as
also
well.
also the Imitation Game, which I liked, which I know Dave will probably automatically hate because of Benedict Cumberbatch. But
I mean, no, I saw it and I have issues with it, but I don't hate it because Cumberbatch is in it. I hate it for other reasons. But like, there's true detective writers. There's like actual novelists. The writing and directing credits on this are like, it's just stuffed with strong, strong support.
It's
And I,
prestige shit.
it really is like it is some for what would generally be in other places. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is like the best TV show ever. No, this is a pulpy, intricate mess. But it's a pulpy, intricate mess made by people who made this pulpy, intricate mess with care and have a real, know what they're trying to do with it. It not like, say, if Netflix did it and you just be like, oh, that was a thing I watched while doing dishes. This
Yeah.
actually needs your attention, and I am all for that.
Any male actors who are expecting to get an Emmy this year or next year, it's not happening. Javier Bardem's getting them all the Emmys. Which kind of sometimes I feel that's unfair when movie stars, move down. They do a TV series and they end up cleaning up, whereas, you got these
Well,
dedicated people who always do TV shows and.
um, this would be a limited series, so they still have a chance.
No, Dave.
Okay.
The Bear's finished now, so this will be best comedy or musical. That's what this will get.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
knew
episode 6
I
has
was
made me
forgetting
laugh
something.
more than most programs this year. So.
I mean, it has been. Well, no, they do have a limited series category, is what I meant. So it'll be a limited series,
Oh,
and
there we go.
other people have a
Yeah.
choice. It's just in the limited series, everyone else should just not show up.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure how that won't just be totally dominated by this series.
That's what now. Whatever you think of them as a product and a brand, I think that's why I like Apple so much for their TV. A lot of the stuff is sci-fi based, and they've got some genre stuff. And Widow's Bay was a big hit, but a lot of their shows they've got quite a few sort of glossy, popular items as well, almost like a weekly magazine style. But the shows that are the best at least feel like they're made for adult viewers to watch and either
Yeah.
take note of details or remember things that are coming up. Other than, as you say, Dave, like Netflix would be like boom, boom. With Netflix, if it's a series or a film, it does feel like they're aiming to, or recap every 5 minutes. Do this. Do it. It's a second screen experience. Keep churning and then end so that people will be hooked into the next one. The Cape Fear episodes have had they've had decent episode structures, but it's not as if every one of them ends on a dun dun dun. You're like, oh my god, I need to binge the whole thing now. It's just assuming that you'll be rewarded and satisfied as a patient viewer watching this slice of drama aimed at adults.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I'm just
Widow's Bay
glad.
might be my favourite show of the year so far. I
See,
absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that yet. I've heard really good things about it, but so far I mean, I liked, what was that Irish? There was an Irish show on Netflix I watched that was a
Bad
mystery that
Sisters?
no, Bad
Oh.
Sisters was on Apple
Uh,
here. I liked the first season. Bad Sisters never should have had a second season.
Oh,
Uh,
I've not
I
seen
know
it.
which one you
So
mean. The one by the
no,
Derry Girls
yeah, the one
writer.
by the Dairy Girls creator. The first half of that I adored. The second half was I watched, but I do need to watch Widow's Peak. But so far, I think this year was Murderbot this year, or was that the end of last year? Things
I
kind of
think that was last
That'd be
year.
last
was
year.
that
I mean
last year.
that
Okay,
I
then
enjoyed
for me
that as well.
it's Cape Fear so far, but I got some stuff still to get through.
I keep hearing really good things about Silo, and I think I've only watched the first episode, and the second episode keeps auto playing when I finish Cape Fear.
See,
I'm like, not today, Silo.
yeah, I didn't care for this book Silo is based on. Like, the show's fine. It's fine. It's just fine. I think it's like
Just
a lot of
watching it to
the
see if Rebecca Ferguson bites her lip at any point. I was watching a whole 3 seasons. Come on, do it.
I think my problem with Silo is it just kind of it does some things really well, and I like the overarching story, but they kind of the way they went about it, the changes to the source, I don't think really works. And certain people should be long dead, yet they're still going because TV needs you need to keep your heroes alive because you're on TV for reasons. But yeah, but
Did
it's fine. It's just one of those ones where it's like if this was like a series of limited, or if they did it more anthology style, I would be far more into it.
Is that space race drama on Apple? What is it? For All
Yeah,
Mankind?
yeah,
Yes.
I've heard good things
that's on
about that.
Apple. Starts really well, does not last long.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like it better than Dave. The last season, which I think they're ending after 6 seasons. So season 5 was one just on. That was difficult to stick with.
That's being very,
Okay.
very kind
Yeah.
to it.
But I'm sucked in now because I was there for the first 4 seasons. I'm like, I'm seeing this through to the end. So I was wanting to go. They did a spin-off called Star City, but I definitely recommend the first. I want to say 2 or 3
2.
seasons.
I'd say the first 2 seasons, then stop.
All right, yeah.
Joel Kinnaman is not a strong enough performer to shoulder everything, and they put everything on him after season 2, and he's just not good enough, and it's not a good enough part. I said it. It starts
I mean, I
really well,
like
though.
Joel Kinnaman a lot, but I don't see him carrying whole. He's better sort of supporting.
Well, I'd say and I know we've totally gone off the rails, but I think the first 2 seasons are very much more uh a bunch of people. I'm
Yeah.
totally brain farting on the word.
Ensemble.
Yes, ensemble, and then they make a choice during season 3, and it kind of shifts to it's Joel Kinnaman, and it's like he's fine, but he's not strong enough to carry it, and the changes it just it's fine.
Let's keep going down this rabbit hole. Was the moon landing real? Let's just keep going down this weird
I'm-
path and see where we end
I'm
up.
not even no. I think it's time to call it. It's time. We've gone long enough on this with a long enough digression. Kevin, can you give him the business?
There's no wind on the moon, but you can see that flag
Because
moving.
there's a bar in it. We know there's a bar in it. There's fucking physics. You just
Oh
want
my
me to die.
God.
You want my head to explode. Is that it? Is that what we're doing here?
If you want to argue about the existence of superstructures that rule over our skies, then you can email us at raidersofthepodcast@gmail.com. We are on Facebook. We have a blue sky. We are dotted around here, there, and everywhere. Like, subscribe, follow us at podcast providers of your choice. We're on Instagram, Raiders_of_the_podcast. And there's YouTube where these episodes appear. And I finally did an extra little video last week, by the time you hear this, which was me showing off the Lego pinball to make Dave drool and some Jackie Chan movies that maybe won't make Dave drool, but they're fun too.
I have the
Yay!
Criterion Jackie Chan set, so that set didn't do it for me. But the pinball thing.
Mm.
As always, thanks for listening. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll talk to you. I mean, not
catch you
next
next week.
Soon though.
Yeah.
See ya.
All right, guys. Catch you later.
Bye.